All right, it is Hello Again Wednesday number 47. I'm back in my office for just a few minutes because I got things that are happening today, especially. But I am back in my office again for Hello Again Wednesday number 47. I'm kind of excited about this one. It's something that happened at the very end of last week. And I mean, as soon as I got home, I started typing it up on this is what I'm going to talk about today, and it's going to deal with it, and you can start thinking as you're about to I hope click on some comments. I appreciate you watching every episode of Hello Again Wednesdays. I ask questions on things that I'm talking about that are real simple questions, and some can lead to some great stories. So go ahead and comment below. If you're watching YouTube, which is on my YouTube channel or the church's YouTube channel, or you can comment right here on Facebook Live with what's happening. And it is going to deal with food scenes or things that happens as you guys are gathering for any kind of food activity. So riding home last week, I saw this guy on a bicycle. It was blazing hot. By blazing hot, I mean out here on the West Coast, it was like 80. It had gotten up to like 83, 82. It was really hot where we are at. And this guy, as I'm driving on Short Avenue, I'm kind of heading to the house. The day is done. And as I'm riding, he's holding one hand on the bike handle, and one hand he's holding something out to his side. And I'm like driving, I'm like, what in the world is that? So I pass him, and just as I'm passing him, we're coming to the stop sign for me to start turning to head home. Well, I stop and I look over, and then I see well, actually, before I get to the stop sign, we're driving, and in my rearview mirror, I'm like, oh my goodness, that guy he's lifting it up to his mouth and putting it back down, lifting it up to his mouth and putting it back down. That's what got me intrigued. Like, what in the world does he have in his hand? What is it? And so we arrive at the stop sign, and he raises up to his mouth again, and that's when I notice it is, and it's a quart of orange sherbet, and he had pinched it to where it kind of made a raindrop like thing. So he's holding the pinch top part, and he would just kind of eat it as it's just dripping down because it's so hot. It's melting as fast as he's riding. And then it kind of hit me this way, man, what a cool way to stay cool on a super hot day with one of the ice creams or a sherbet that you love. And no matter if you're driving or riding a bike, you can still enjoy that. And with the orange sherbet, it is good when it starts to get that soupy consistency and stuff like that. And so Lauren, she'll tell you a portion of her story. If I tag Lauren, she has an ice cream story. I'm sure that she can tell you the best way to make an ice cream bowl, maybe with sherbet or orange juice. I'll go with that. Okay. So what is some freaky or funny food scene that you have ever seen, or that's just stick in your head? You know, for me, there's plenty in the movies. Every Christmas, which is coming, every Christmas we watch Elf. It's one of our traditional movies. We have many traditional Christmas movies, but Elf is one of them. And one of the great food scenes in that is where he is sitting with his now family, and he always has maple syrup and stuff. He pours that over everything, spaghetti, everything. Kind of gross, that's the way it's kind of funny. But when him and his quote little brother, and he chugs a 2-liter pop, and as he's chugging it, he chugs it all the way down. That's really funny. And then he lets out the longest belch that just makes you start to laugh. It was hilarious. One of my favorites, though, for me personally, would be I'm an Animal House fan with John Belushi. It's one of my top movies, and there is a scene with him and maybe mashed potatoes or something like that. And then I'm going to tell you what, you can never go wrong with the John Belushi scene, or you can never go wrong with what would be in my opinion, the Three Stooges. So I'm going to see if I can give you a little look-see of what I'm talking about. That for me is just some classic food fight scenes, classic food scenes that I have found funny throughout the years. Every time I see a food fight scene, I just bust out laughing. I'm going to tell you what, I might even tag some people at Pekin First Church of God because there is a cupcake food scene that lasted for years while I was a youth pastor in Pekin, Illinois. And so maybe some of those will tell that story also, or maybe I'll share it down the road. So the question of the day is, what funny scene or a freaky food scene that is most memorable to you in your family, or that you can kind of pass along? I'd love to share those stories with others also, especially if the food scenes are real life food scenes, kind of like, i.e. my bike scene story that I saw. Now, or I could tell you that cupcake scene at Pekin. But I'll tell you what, hey, as always, we have our Bible study via in person or via Zoom at 4 p.m. here on the West Coast. You're more than welcome to join us that way, especially in person. That would be great. If you can't join us in person, maybe you should check out, or not maybe, go ahead and check out a church near you. Check out a Bible study, a group setting with a bunch of people. And who knows, maybe you'll be talking about some little funny food incident as an icebreaker in one of those settings. Okay, so it is so good having you join me here on Hello Again Wednesday, number 47. Remember what I said. Go ahead and click on that stuff. Follow me so that you always know when I'm live on Facebook. And as always, oh man, it was blocked. Resume. It looked like my video was blocked. They were trying to block it, probably because I was playing the John Belushi and the Three Stooges. Facebook is just plain out and out stupid. But right now, unless Congress does anything, this is the only thing that we have. Not the only thing. It's one where there's, you know what? If we would all leave Facebook and go to another platform, maybe we could just make a big statement. I'm just trying to talk about something that has been a part of my life. And so, hey, if they continue to block it, John Belushi does a great little joke on guessing who he is with a food fight scene. The Three Stooges always have a food fight scene. And so I don't know if my video stopped at the moment. If it did, here's how it ended. You know what? Go ahead and write down your food scene, your funny food scene, anything. You know, we got the holidays coming up. Maybe there's some funny food things that have happened on the holidays. I know a buddy of mine, Mark Sipka, had some funny food stories when he used to have Thanksgiving dinner with us. You know, there's things that where you can have a funny food scene. Go ahead and tell those stories. And you know what? You can always go. Guess what? Even though they block you on this stuff, you can still see this stuff somehow, some way on the videos. John Belushi and the Three Stooges. You know what? So have a great one. And now I'm going to end I think I ended it. Maybe I didn't. Well, we're going to end it right now. I was looking to see how it was going. We're ending it right here, right now on our media source. So, Hello Again Wednesday, number 47. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday.